Welcome guys to another video. This is kind of like a response video. It's about Chaos Awakens, and I am doing this on CurseForge. But you may ask, hey, didn't it get like deleted from CurseForge or something? Well, it did, but on one of my mod packs that I made, it had Chaos Awakens inside, so I didn't have to download the file because my computer does not like the file for some reason. I can't download it anymore, so I have it on CurseForge now for like a little bit. Maybe I guess I might actually send some of these to the developers, so maybe they can take some of my ideas. They better give me credit. They better give me credit, or else I will rate this mod a 1 out of 10, because it's bad. Anyways, we're gonna start with a few structures that I made, and another one. This one here is the farm. So this was supposed to have the modded things like let's just get seed. So it's supposed to have like things like strawberry, cherry, tomato, radish, lettuce, and corn. But this mod is still in lots of development, so you can't even plant it anymore. You can't even plant. So here we just have carrots, potatoes, and wheat. And we're going to move on to one that actually has food inside. This big one right here is the supermarket. So the supermarket has all of this food. Lots and lots of food you can find on your journeys. We'll get into that little spot later. There we have some meat, like fish and stuff. And on this side we have like the miscellaneous foods like lava eel. You can kind of make a little bit of lava eel armor. You got candy canes, you got some butter, you got BLTs and seafood patties. Radish, I think it's radish turnip something soup. And like I said before, there's also some corn, radish, sweet berries, peaches, cherries, corn, carrots, lettuce, and tomatoes, and stuff like that. And strawberries up there. If you go down here, secret little area, you can go down here to find golden foods. These are all the possibilities I can get. You can also find some pieces of armor, so we have platinum, experience, tiger's eye, and amethyst. It's just randomized pieces of armor, and you can even make some cool stuff out of this. Like, this is almost enough to make a few pieces of armor, yeah. And you even get the ultimate apple from here, which is really, really, really good, along with enchanted golden foods and just like modded foods like the candy cane and stuff. Enchanted golden apples, steak, cookies, cod. That's kind of it. And we're just gonna crawl back up here again. Note that this will be covered by an iron trapdoor, except I broke the trapdoor and forgot to repair it. And if you're wondering what this block is, it's aluminum. I just thought it looks good with this kind of supermarket-y feel. So we're gonna move on to the next one that I made. This one right here is the abandoned house. So what this house has is like it's the normal instant survival shelter, but I just broke it down a little bit. And inside you can see some of the stuff is stolen. You have some stuff though. Oh yeah, I have the spawner. Sorry about that. This is also a red ant nest, if you're wondering. It's infested with red ants, but there's also a bed here. That means someone was here, particularly probably a villager or something. But yeah, I broke the furnace, so there's no furnace. It's all dilapidated and destroyed, probably. I mean, not probably, of course it is. That's kind of it for this one. You can find it randomly, so like just generating in your world. Same with the supermarket and the farm. They're just kind of basic structures. But now we're gonna move on to a few that I just made today. This right here is the beaver place, I guess. It's just filled with beavers. And think about this structure. It has a little story. So what it is that these beavers love wood, so they have a big craving for all the wood. That's why they have the little wood locked up here, so they can't get to it because they can't open gates because they're beavers. And because they will not the wood, and they also wanted they kept away some wood up here so no one can get to it except me because I can climb. But inside here it's just a lot of like stuff. And some deceased beavers that died, and they kind of made their remains into armor. So I guess that would be a weird aspect. It's also lots of wood because it's a beaver. Lots of beaver stuff, like pork chops, even though beavers don't drop pork chops in real life. Don't kill beavers, they don't drop pork chops. I mean, they do in here, but not in real life. You can get like some wooden stuff, logs, some leather, and pork chops. not that good stuff, but it's pretty good for a beginner, I guess. All the beavers are just huddled up here. I don't know why. It's because of the wood. Yeah, I kind of locked up the wood because they probably eat the wood though. While we're on the topic of beavers, here we have a beaver dam. So this actually doesn't have any beavers because the beavers might eat the wood. But I just used sponges to clear all this up. And of course, it's not all the way cleared up. You have some water over there. But the beaver dam kind of works as like a bridge to cross. It's like your own personal bridge. You can walk across it. Nothing really inside. There's no like secret area. It's just it's just a beaver dam. A little dam made by beavers. Of course, it's got a crap ton of oak, so if you need lots of wood, you could just use some of this. But we're gonna move on to a boss kind of one. Like the Ent, you probably see this in my inventory, the Hercules beetle, it lives in here. This is a beetle cave. You can, these gate blocks, you can right click, ooh, god, my ears. And, ooh, I knew it would despawn, that's why I have this. And inside, you would find tons of these ores, like copper, oh no. You have sunstone torches, go down here. So fossilized emerald gator, the silver ore, walk down here, some amethyst, some ruby, and the Hercules beetle kind of live in here. It's kind of chilling a little bit. It's kind of it. He attacks you, and you got a good chance of getting the big hammer from it. You get the big hammer from the Hercules beetle. And you also get sunstone ore too sometimes. That's why the sunstone torches. I think that's a bit of platinum over there. No, it's tin. Is there anything up here that I forgot to mention? No. But in this little chest here, like the Ent dungeon, you got pretty good stuff. You even get to summon the Hercules beetle again, along with some lava eel stuff, some amethyst. I enchanted it. The Irikajimi something arrow, a skate string bow. You get the ultimate sword, and some other cool stuff like that. Along with some armor, and maybe even experience sword, which wouldn't be that good since you got the ultimate sword, you know. Now, if you were on the Chaos Awakens Discord server, you may have seen the picture of the wasp, sorta. The wasp, the bee. I'll show a picture of it right now, but that's not the point. Seeing as the bees from the original ore, I mean, yeah, they were called bees from the original ore spawn. They live in these kind of hives. I thought, hey, these are probably going to be more dangerous than those bees that we saw from normal ore spawn. Probably bigger than these bees and more destructive. So I thought it would be fitting for them to like gold. So if you go in here, these are not bees. These are wasps. If you can see, they're practically identical. But the good thing is that if you go in these chests, it's packed full of good loot. Well, I mean, most of it's gold and stuff. You got the ultimate bow, you got some Irikajimi arrow things, some sunstone, some enchanted stuff, some bloodstone, golden chickens, tiger's eye, enchanted golden sword. And if you go into this chest, 2 ultimate apples, the ultimate pickaxe, tiger's eye boots, some enchanted golden apple, enchanted golden pickaxe, a tiger's eye helmet, lapis lazuli leggings, and much more you can get from the wasp nest. I'm just gonna call it wasp nest, seeing as the original bees from ore spawn are called bees, and these are the new bees. Oh, I broke it. Hold on. Yeah, you be free. Maybe in the future updates they will add butter candy, like the bees drop. So maybe I can put some butter candy in one of the chests. But until then, we're kind of stuck with this. Lots of sunstone torches. And if the bees drop something special, like some kind of bee stinger, or I mean a wasp stinger, maybe that can be a weapon in here. There's also lumps of platinum and the ultimate sword again. Look at all those enchantments. Oh god, tons of that stuff. But now we're gonna move on to the dimensional ones, like in the ones in other dimensions. So I have the termite, rainbow ant, and red ants. On the topic of the Discord server, Chaos Awakens, they also added the nightmare, not as an official mob. You'll see about that later. But the nightmare has been redone to be like more nightmarish. It's like got a red tint. I might show the picture up. Credit to the modeler who did all this stuff. Must have took lots of time. But the nightmares in here are more dangerous. than they were in the original ore spawn. So these are not apple cows. They're nightmares. They're dangerous. But what this dungeon has is just lots and lots of ores. Nightmares are fond of glittery, cool stuff, so they probably hoard all of this stuff. Like, let's just say, tiger's eye, amethyst, tin, even blocks of things. So, take a look out for this if you're on an adventure in the red ant dimension. But be careful, these are home to the nightmares, so be careful. It even includes the chest, so, get off. Get some diamonds, cool stuff, the ultimate boots, get some bacon, peacock legs, thunder staff, enchanted golden candy canes, titanium nuggets, rubies, and even some more stuff. Going here, got the exact same stuff, even peacock feather boots and the big hammer. So you don't need to kill the Hercules beetle. You even saw the prismatic reaper in there, so that's cool. God, these things are so annoying, I can't take it anymore. Bloodstone there. I'm just gonna have to break these spawners. I'm done. I can't take it anymore. Die! I just dropped my sword. I think I've killed all of them. Okay, now I've killed all of them. But on the topic, you can even find some crystal stuff here, like a cat's eye. And going into this other chest, you even have like blocks of aluminum and stuff. They love shiny stuff. Even a freaking ray gun is in here. The nightmare sword is also here. And in here, just some extra stuff. Lots of crappy stuff. So I gotta put this in here. Lots of cool, nice stuff you can get. The ultimate bow is also in here. Some more Erica Jamie thingy arrows. BOTs and blocks of pink tourmaline. So, if this ever gets added, be a lookout in the red ant dimension, as these things will probably try to sick you down and eat you alive. But that's not the only thing. They only care about the most valuable of ores. And they know, they're pretty smart for nightmares. They know that little humans will come here, so they will put up some traps. This is termite infested ore, and this is red ant infested ore, so you gotta be careful of that stuff. They know, they're pretty aware for nightmares, as they have some of the goodest ore like titanium and silver, uranium, more titanium, tiger's eye, some rubies and amethysts, and ancient debris too. Like, who needs ancient debris when you got stuff like this? But now we're gonna move on to the rainbow ant dimension. Alright, so I have like two structures here. We're gonna get to that later. But the first one is this little apple. Lots of cow area. It's a cow area. It's got enchanted golden apples, golden apple cows, and even normal apple cows. But the thing about this is that it's really, really hard to find, so you might have to go looking a little bit. Why are these all enchanted? I forget. Oh yeah, there we go. Golden apple cow. So you gotta look around a lot to find this little structure, because it has lots of good stuff, as the cows can drop some good loot, like normal apples, enchanted, and even just normal golden apples. But enough of that. Now we're gonna move on to this one, which is one of the biggest ones that I made. It was the rehash of the original ore spawn dungeon of the robots. And if you go up here, you can find like tons of blocks of aluminum. And I hid this a little bit. It's a sculpture of the king, like the original king. So I thought that was pretty fun. This is supposed to be a crown too. I kind of screwed up on that. If you go inside, got robo snipers patrolling the area, and like a robo warrior. But if you get inside the safe zone, there is a button to get out. You can find some pretty good stuff, as like lots of redstone, lots of platinum, titanium ingots, and another freaking ray gun. Uranium, tripwire hooks, I guess, more platinum, droppers. It's just lots of redstone crap, so I don't know why you would like some of this. I'm just gonna put this in here. If you like redstone a lot, you got this stuff. I thought it would be pretty useful for like tripwire hooks. You need all this for redstone contraptions and stuff. So that's kind of it about this little dungeon. Little blocks of iron here, glowstone, the king, and a little chandelier that I made. Not to mention the robo warriors are going to be. Hold on. I forgot they make the most annoying sounds ever. They can get lots of good stuff from them, like the freaking ray guns, all that matters. But they also drop a crap ton of redstone dust. which in the original respawn would have been useful for like random dungeons and stuff. But I still personally find this to be a win-win dungeon, as is like tons of little robo snipers to kill. I forgot how annoying these things are from the mod review. Did they even change voices? Did they ever make voices? I think they did, I just don't remember. But that's kind of it for this little dimension. Now we're going to move on to the last few dungeons from the termite dimension. So if you never remember, the termite dimension is the crystal dimension, meaning there's like crystals everywhere. And the first one we're going to be here, we're going to look at is the crystal ship. So the crystal ship can spawn almost anywhere. It's got these cool little crystal torches all around it. There's the little sail made out of wool, crystal torches on top, lots of crystals. But if you go in here, this is supposed to house like fairies and stuff, but fairies aren't actually in the game. But you have a fairy sword, and you also get like a full pink tourmaline. You can get some pink tourmaline clusters, some peacock feathers, cat's eye, peacock. That's kind of it. You don't get that much, but you get the fairy sword, which is pretty cool. They might also add rats, which they can then make like a rat dungeon or something to house in the whatchamacallit place, an abandoned house. So hopefully they add some of this, because this would kind of spice up the area a little bit. It's barely like there's only one dungeon, that's for the Ent. So now we're going to move on to the last one, which you kind of saw earlier. This is one of my favorites. It's a crystal cow farm kind of thing. You can go inside. Someone used to live here too, but doesn't anymore. Little crystal cows everywhere. You can breed these things. He has a little house inside here. Go inside, there's a bed, crystal furnace, and a crystal workbench. In here, you got some pretty good armor. You get cat's eye sword, cat's eye pickaxe, like a pink tourmaline axe, which is somehow stronger than a cat's eye sword. Irigajimi thingies, crystal apple, even a skate string bow in full pink tourmaline. I think I've said that before. But you can kind of find this anywhere also. It's a crystal dimension, so it's not that hard. What is this? It's a big tree. Sorry, off topic. That's kind of it for all the dungeons that I have. I might think of more, but this is all I have for their actual mobs. I know I said something like the wasps and the nightmares, but I can't really think of anything else. And the nightmares are getting really popular, so I thought I'd make my own dungeon about the nightmares. That's kind of it. There's not really much to say here, except I hope the developers of this catch on to what I'm doing here, because I'm really proud of doing this. This took me like a little bit of time. It didn't take me that much. Probably why it looks so lazy. But hopefully they like credit at least one of my things. But that's kind of it for today. I also forgot to mention that there's a little ladder to get up. And I'm just gonna say something like, yo, bye bye.